Hi, it's Lisa Eklund from the Mindful Equestrian. I'm an equestrian performance coach, help riders with their mindset, but I really help riders find that balance between working with their position and their technique, working on their mindset, and then opening up their communication to their horse and really understanding what their horse needs and having that as a two-way communication. It really takes all of those things to really be a happy and successful rider. And what I want to talk about today is who is the rider you want to be? The industry, often with good intention, keeps striving for, this ideal. Um, you know, Trainers, instructors, coaches are always, looking for this ideal, and it's like a lot that happens in our world today. There's this ideal that's created, and then people strive to be it, and maybe they aren't the right, like in riding, they're not the right body type, so it doesn't quite fit in, and then they'll feel bad, and they try to do everything they can to get as close to that as they can, and or maybe they don't have the finances, or maybe and because of that don't have the horse, or they don't want to show at the level a trainer wants them to, or they don't want to be at some sort of type of riding level that most people expect. That maybe you just want to be, relaxed and enjoy riding, learn and get better, but not have a great big outcome. I have to go to a show, or I have to go do this or do that. Or even if I do go to a show, I'm just going to have fun. There's no big demand. And I think our industry's gotten a little myopic in wanting people to be a certain way and go to a certain place. And some of it's driven by understanding people are in business, that the more people go horse show, there's a profit there, and if people go to horse show, there's ways to make more money. If people go, selling horses for showing horses and all of that stuff, there's money behind it, and there's nothing wrong with making a profit in business. But there are other ways to make profit and support riders, um, you know, by being creative in other ways, and still have a successful business and still have riders who are happy that maybe aren't going and showing and doing all those things. So as a rider, I think it's really important for you to define who you want to be and not just follow all the rules. Certainly you follow the rules, you learn the rules of riding, technique, position, all those things, but then you make them your own. You get curious about them and learn from them and hone your skills around what you've learned, and improve yourself that way, with really no big goal in mind, like I've got to get to the horse show, which is always nice, but enjoying the process, enjoying the journey of, well, I'm just honing my skills and getting better at this and really enjoying it, and being in the moment and being present with it. And I'm enjoying this so much just so that I can have fun and feel comfortable and go out on trail rides. Or maybe my big things are doing a clinic, or whatever it may be. It could be showing, but just at a level that's very relaxed and fun and light and joyful, and really enjoying the crowd, the people you're with, and the whole experience. So make sure to stop and think to yourself, who is the rider you want to be? I'm going through that in my business right now. And so this is kind of why, it's really interesting, because it's what I've been creating in my business for riders, right? Like supporting them in being the best rider they want to be for what they want to do. And, and that can be at all levels and you do different disciplines, but, um, encouraging them to think for themselves, encouraging them to look at like that three-pronged approach that I mentioned earlier, working on technique and position, understanding the purpose of it, working on mindset, and working on that connection with the horse and listening to the horse. And I've been thinking about that for myself and my business. Like, I'm working so hard, like as a business person, to grow my business and all that, all normal, what you should be doing, but feeling like I'm trying to fit myself into the mold of what everybody else does, for online businesses and all those things. And it's the same thing. It's like, I have a lot of skills and tools and everything I've already learned about being in business, aside from doing the business that I do, doing my work that I do for all of you. But actually being in business, I had a lot of skills in that. I actually used to even be a business coach. So to sit back and go, who's the entrepreneur I want to be? And then use my skills and abilities to do that. And I encourage you to do the same. Keep learning, but don't just keep learning for learning's sake and not apply them and say, I can do this. I can learn from this. I can make mistakes. And I want to be this kind of rider. And I want to, I want to please my instructor and do a good job for them. But I don't want to please them to the point where I'm doing something I don't really want to do. I'm heading towards a goal that really isn't aligning with me. It's a goal that they have, and it may not be a bad goal for them or for other riders, but it's not the goal for you. So really thinking about what is it that you want to do with your riding? What is it about riding? Because I ask this question with riders. What brought you to riding? Why do you love it so much? And they'll be, what is it about riding? They'll say, oh, I love it. It brings me joy. But yet, when I'm meeting them, oftentimes they're frustrated with their riding and discouraged and all that stuff. So the joy's kind of gotten lost. And I encourage them to tap back into that and find out, what is that joy? Where did that come from? What brought them joy? And it's often that connection with the horse, that's lost along the way as they work really hard with position and all that stuff. And they forget it, not on purpose, but they forget about the horse and stop communicating with the horse and understanding the horse's needs. They're trying to please everybody else, and they're trying to fit into that mold instead of just getting into that beginner's mindset and going back to, I'm just enjoying this. I'm just here learning. I'm taking what I learn and playing with it and being curious with it and understanding it and using it for what I want and enjoying the process and enjoying the horse and enjoying what I want to do. And it could be, I want to show at a high level. But even then, you should do it your way and not try to fit into the mold. Yes, there's certain ways of riding. Yes, there's certain trends. Yes, there's certain things that there are industry standards that you follow, of course, but you can still be yourself while you're doing them. So I really want you to think about that. Really, who is it that you want to be? Sit in silence. Silence is the best thing. Sit in silence and think, who is it I want to be? And where do I want to take my riding? And what is it I want it to look like? Not what I think I want to do it for whoever, my trainer, whatever, but what do I want it for me? And where do I want it to go? And how do I want to feel when I get there and as I'm getting there? Really think about that. I'm doing that with my own business stuff. I'm really just taking some time and sitting in silence. And it's pretty amazing, the stuff that's coming to me, that it's like, oh, this is why I want to do this. Not because this is what somebody told me I should be doing, but this is why I want to do it. This is what I want to get out of it. And I have a lot of skills to get there. I need to believe in myself. So I want you to believe in you as a rider and really to figure out what it is you want. And feel free, if you have any questions, comments, reach out, comment on the video, even now or later. And you can reach out to me at lisa@mindfulequestrian.com. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. I love feedback, so I hope to talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day and go out there and figure out who it is you want to be as a rider.